Welcome to the Beginner Word 2007 tutorials. This is lesson 7, and we're going to be going over using formatting techniques. In this project, we're going to be working on a business letter for the example that we will edit and add a border, apply bullets, indent the paragraphs, and insert and modify graphics. We're going to go over applying borders and shading first. I'm going to open up the business letter. Borders can be placed around the entire page, a section, a word, or multiple words. In a page, borders can be customized to have different colors, styles, or pictures. Shading is found in the same section as borders, and it is used to place a different color around a group of text to make it stand out, or an entire page or document to give it more style. In the paragraph section of the Home tab, click on the down arrow of the Borders button. Since the buttons don't have names, if you place your mouse over it, you'll get a description of what the button does. Once you click the down arrow, it will give you a drop-down menu. Select Borders and Shading from down at the bottom. This is going to open up the Borders and Shading window. We're going to place a border around the first page of our business letter. To do this, click on the Page Borders tab. The Borders tab is for placing borders around words and paragraphs. Click Box in the settings to draw a border around the entire first page. Using the box setting is a quick way to draw all 4 borders. If you are creating a document and don't want all borders, you use the preview section in this window to click on only the borders that you want. So over here you can remove and add borders just by clicking the line. Take a look at the different styles available just by clicking the down arrow. These are different border styles you can use. Now I'm going to click on the drop-down menu of the color selection and select the burgundy color. Click the down arrow in the width section. This is going to be the width of your border that goes around. I'm going to select a 1.5 point border. And then in the apply section, use that, and I'm going to apply it just to the first page. Now we're going to shade the invoices that are past due. So let's click Enter. So the shade feature, we're going to highlight the invoices. Click on the Borders and Shading button again. This time click the Shading tab. And then in the Fill section, click the down arrow. And then I'm going to select the lightest color of red. I'm going to leave the Patterns section as is, but you can take a look by using the drop-down arrows. You made your selection, select OK, and that's going to shade just that section of your letter. Now we're going to move on to applying bullets and numbering. Bullets can be dots, dashes, squares, or graphics at the beginning of a short descriptive phrase. Word 2007 makes incorporating these into your document very easy. You can select to use bullets and numbers before you begin typing or after by highlighting the text that you would like to place the bullet next to. In the paragraph section of the Home tab, click on the numbering buttons, down arrow, this will give you a list of choices for the style of your numbered list. If you do not see a selection you like, you can click on Define New Number Format option, and this will open up the Define New Format window, and you can select from different options in here, as well as change your number in this window and also change your alignment. Now click on the multi-level numbering button drop-down list. If you're working on a list that requires a more detailed list, you can use the multi-list option. The options in this list are similar to the numbering list. To create a new level, once you have made your style selection, all you need to do is click the tab to move to the next level. To return to the previous level, hold down the Control button and press Tab again, and it'll back up a level. In this tutorial and example, I am going to create a bulleted list for the list of invoices. So I'm going to highlight my invoices again and select the bulleted list. I'm going to select the circle. Click on that, and everything highlighted will put a bullet in front of it. Okay, we're going to go on to indenting paragraphs. To indent a paragraph, there are a couple of ways to do it. Indents and tabs can be set using the ruler bar at the top of your working screen. If your ruler is not displayed, click the ruler button at the top right corner, which is right here. Notice at the end of your ruler there are triangles, one pointing up and one pointing down. These control your indents for your paragraphs. Click in front of the first paragraph I'm going to click here in front of the first paragraph of the letter. I'm going to click on the top triangle and drag it over, and it's going to indent just that first line of the paragraph. If you were to move the bottom triangle, it would move the rest of the paragraph over. If you move the triangles when they're together, it makes a block style indentation. The other way to incorporate indents into your document is by using the paragraph window. Click in front of the next paragraph open the paragraph window by clicking the button in the lower right hand corner of the paragraph section. In this window, in the Indents and Spacings tab, there is an indentation section. Use the up arrows for the left indentation. And click OK when you're finished. Notice the indentation of the paragraph now is a block style paragraph and has moved both triangles at the same time. To change that, you can also do this. The last way to indent text is to simply use the Tab key. Once an indentation has been set, the Tab key will work in the same fashion. Next, we're going to go over the Format Painter. Format Painter is used to copy any formatting from a section of text and paste it into another group of text. Format Painter is a very quick if you have made several formatting changes to a specific section and want to imitate them. Format Painter will copy bold, italics, underline, font color, size, bullets, highlights, etc. To demonstrate the format painter, I'm going to highlight the first bulleted invoice, and I'm going to change that to bold. I'm going to keep the text highlighted and click the format painter. And notice that my cursor changes to a little paintbrush, and I'm going to highlight the remaining 2 invoices. After I highlight those, they're automatically copied with the bold formatting. Next, we're going to go over working with and modifying graphics. To learn about inserting graphics into a document, we're going to find a logo for a company to make it look more like a letterhead. Place your cursor in front of the address. And I'm going to click on the Insert tab. And in the Illustrations section of the Insert tab, I'm going to click on Clip Art. When the search pane comes up, I'm going to type chef hat and search for and click the Go button. I'm going to click on this right here, and it's going to insert that graphic into my letter. In the Adjustment section of the Format tab, I'm going to click the down arrow on Recolor and select the red to match. In the Arrange section of the Format tab, on the Align button, click the down arrow I'm going to make sure it's aligned to the margins, and then in the text wrapping, I'm going to select Tight. The graphic is too big and too much of the text is wrapping around it. I'm going to click on the graphic, it's already selected, and I'm going to make it a little smaller there. In the Pictures Style section of the Format tab, on the Picture Effects button, I'm going to click on Preset and select the preset 9 to give the graphic a little bit of an angle. So this completes Lesson 7 of Word 2007.